Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. I have a live going on today about the changes coming up in 2025 to the rating schedules. This is a really important topic because we need to make sure that we are prepared for an eventual change, what we can do in order to position ourselves in a way to actually capitalize on those changes or protect ourselves from those changes. Now, when we're looking at this, there's a lot of different aspects of it and there's a lot of nuance. So with that, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I'm going to dive into this here real quick for you. Before we jump in, I want to do a quick thank you to 3 individuals that did the super chat comment thing. I really appreciate the comment, the super. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. So first one is Gerald Gore 3217. Gerald Gore 3217. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Next one, Mr. Pokemon 6789. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support, Mr. Pokemon 6789. All right, last one is Dude Man Bud. Yeah, 3 times. I get it. I'm on it. So Dude Man Bud 1639, Dude Man Bud 1639. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. So let's talk about this real quick. I got a live going on. That live is going to be with Clay over at the CivDiv. We have the joint channel, which is Veterans Daily, and we are going to stream this on all the channels so that way the information gets out there. Why? Because it's important. What time is it going to happen? It's going to happen at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then in between, right? So 11, 2 will be the live. If you miss it, that's okay because it will be under the live section of the channel, and you can go there and watch the recorded version. We're going to talk about the changes. We're going to hammer in on a few of the big ones and what you could do. What are we talking about? We're talking about the proposed changes, which should be taking effect in 2025. It was, or they were, going to actually take effect this year, 2024, back in June or so was the estimated time frame. But they kicked that can down the road, and I actually said that they were going to do that way prior to that, thinking that it was an election year and so forth, that the VA, being a cabinet body, would probably kick that down the road. So here we are. April is the final date that's actually listed, and the big 3 rating schedules that are being affected are auditory, respiratory, and mental health. Those are the 3 rating schedules. Now, within each one of those, there's all kinds of different changes that are happening, but some of the things that are happening are COPD. They're going to lower the threshold to reach the 100% a little bit. They're gonna work on that, so that's a good thing. They're going to remove tinnitus. Okay, that is the ringing in the ears, as a standalone condition. It will not be, I have tinnitus, I'm rated 10%, like it is today. So if you have tinnitus, ringing in the ear, and you're not rated for it, you should probably get rated for it. And I will tell you this, there are the funny numbers. Here we go. And not the VA funny math, by the way, but the funny numbers here are, there's whatever, 17, 18 million veterans in the U.S. Of that amount, 30% are actually utilizing the VA disability compensation benefits. That means 70% of them are not. Just to use easy numbers, okay, well, I'm not even going to use the numbers. Just to use an easy scenario, of the 70% of the 18 million veterans, of that 70%, how many of those veterans do you think have tinnitus, ringing in the ear, right? Now, imagine if they filed for that and that was their only claim. Now they are a disabled veteran. So for whatever that's going to be worth, right? Whether it's an additional perk here or there, maybe your state offers different things at no or low cost because of the disabled veteran status, a disabled veteran benefit out there. Could be employment opportunities as a disabled veteran. Now you have a doorway, a foothold into the VA healthcare system. So there's besides the monetary piece of $100 and whatever it is, $70 or so, there are other benefits of becoming a disabled veteran. And another one would be if you utilize your VA home loan, well, just having a 10% rating is going to allow the elimination of the VA funding fee. So tinnitus is a big one. They are going to just view tinnitus as a symptom of another condition. So if you have TBI with tinnitus, or if you have Meniere's disease with tinnitus, or hearing loss with tinnitus, there's one little caveat, at least from what I remember, and we'll dive into this a little more. If I remember right, and please, if anybody can confirm it or say I'm off my rocker, that's cool too. I believe that if you have in the proposal a hearing loss rating at 0% with tinnitus, they will give you a 10% rating. I think that's how that's working. So in any case, the standalone tinnitus by itself, 10% gone in the proposal. Let's move over to respiratory. Very, very, very frustrating for a lot of folks is the elimination, essentially, of being able to be compensated if you are receiving treatment with a CPAP that seems to be adequate. Now, today, in today's world, October 2024, if you have sleep apnea and you are prescribed a CPAP, you are rated at 50% rating. That's a great rating. 50% is huge. Now, fast forward to the proposed rating change, and let's say that it goes into effect as is. If your treatment is deemed adequate for sleep apnea with a CPAP, you get a 0%. It's a huge swing. I disagree with it. I disagree with it because of how big the swing is. If they had some sort of rationale behind doing this and they go, okay, instead of 50, maybe we're going to go to 30, it would be a little more palatable. But that big of a swing is just, it's ludicrous. So let's move on. Sleep apnea, big change. We need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves on that one. And lastly is the mental health changes, okay? They are taking mental health from being rated in one bucket of symptoms, and just however many you kind of add up to takes you to where you need to be, and they're splitting it into 5 different domains. Those 5 domains are different aspects of your life, okay? So they're going to look at each one of these aspects of your life and see how your mental health affects that specific domain. If it is the most impactful, which is, there's a scale, a 0 through 4 scale. If you're a 4 in any one of the 5 domains, you're 100% rated. Now let's say that you're not a level 4, completely debilitated by that specific domain, or any for that matter, but instead you have 2 domains that are rated at 3, a level 3. If you have 2 domains that are at a 3, that's going to bump you up to 100%. So this is important to understand the domains, how all of that works, and do you need to protect yourself today with your rating, or do you need to leverage the new rating schedule when it comes out? What can you do today? So that's the stuff we're going to be talking about today on the live. Again, that's going to be at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.